So a lot of this section is going to be talking about money, and so I thought that probably the best place to start would be actually with a video about money itself. So the way that the word money gets used on a day-to-day basis and the way that we use it in economics are a little bit different. So I want to just clarify that up right now. In day-to-day use, we say someone has a lot of money, and what we mean is really that they're really wealthy, that they have accumulated a lot of wealth. So to economists, money is not wealth. There's a distinction. Money is the stock of assets that can be readily used to make transactions. So let's say that someone is worth $1 billion. So they're worth $1 billion. So he is very, very wealthy. But let's say that he only carries around like $100 in his wallet. So because he only has $100 in his wallet, does not have a lot of money because he doesn't have a lot of things that can be readily used to make transactions. And let's say that the rest of his wealth is tied up in stock and real estate. So it's stock that's not publicly traded, so it's really, really hard for him to sell it, and real estate. So he really can't, it's hard to sell real estate really, really quickly. So he has $1 billion worth of stock in real estate and then $100 in his pocket, and that's about it. So we would say in economics, he would say that he is very, very wealthy, certainly, but that he does not have a lot of money. So hopefully that makes that clear. All right, so when we say he has a lot of money in the real world on a day-to-day basis, what we're really talking about is the function of money as a unit of account. So there are three main functions of money, and one of them is unit of account, and so I'll talk about that right now. So a unit of account is something that can be used as a means of measurement. And so why money is a means of account is that we can say he has a lot of money, meaning he is worth a lot. That he has a lot of assets that if he were able to sell them would be able to be converted into money, because money is a unit of account. The next thing is that it's a medium of exchange, and I'm kind of going backwards because it just follows the sequence that I'm talking about. So, like I was saying before, this guy has a lot of stuff that can be turned into money. And the reason that it can be turned into money is that money is a medium of exchange. It's used to exchange goods and services. So let's say someone wanted to buy one of this guy's 20 houses that he owns around the world. Well, what he would do is he would say, okay, you can have the right to this piece of property, you can own this piece of property, and in exchange, I want you to give me money. In exchange, I want you to give me money. And the reason that I want you to give me money is that I know that I can exchange that money with someone else for something that I want. I can exchange it for food, or I can exchange it for another house, or I can exchange it for plane flights, whatever I want to do. And so the last function of money, which is it's a good function of money to have, but not all money has it, is a store of value. And what that means is just that it will be worth tomorrow the same thing that it is worth today. So if I have $1 today and that can buy me 1 tank of gas, let's just be unrealistic for a minute. So $1 today buys me 1 tank of gas, and tomorrow I can still buy 1 tank of gas for $1. That would mean that money is a store of value. So there are times when money is not a good store of value, and that is when prices rise. So when prices rise, when prices go up, money loses its value. Whoops, hold on one second. Sorry about that. Money loses its value. And so we call this inflation. And the reason that it's bad is that a high level of inflation is bad, is that people will not want to use money as a medium of exchange anymore because it is not a store of value. So if I were to go and trade you, let's say that I traded you I traded you a sandwich for $2. and I wanted to be able to use that $2 to buy a sandwich tomorrow. But tomorrow that sandwich costs $4. I wouldn't want to make that trade because then I'd only get half a sandwich tomorrow where I gave you a whole sandwich. So when prices rise, that destroys the property of money that it is a store of value. So that's one reason that we always kind of say that we want to have a low rate of inflation, is that we want our money to preserve its value. Okay, so enough on that. Now we're going to talk about what different kinds of things have been used as money. So a famous example is cigarettes, and in World War II, in prisoner of war camps, they were used as money. People would literally trade things in the camps for cigarettes. And they do that even if they didn't smoke, because they knew that someone else would be willing to trade them something else that they wanted for cigarettes. So then oxen have been used, salt have been used, tobacco leaves, nails, sugar, gold, alcohol, coins, currency, and the list goes on and on and on. And so I want to kind of draw a distinction now between, I want to draw a distinction between all of these guys up here and alcohol and gold, actually. So all of these guys with coins and currency. So all of the guys that I've kind of drawn this circle around in blue are a type of commodity money. And commodity money derives its value from the value of the underlying commodity. So all of these things are used for something, except for maybe gold. Gold, you could maybe argue no, gold really is commodity money. I won't even talk about that. Consider gold commodity money too. So all of these things derive their value from the value of the thing itself. Like tobacco leaves are valuable, nails are valuable, sugar is valuable, gold is valuable, alcohol is valuable, salt is valuable. All these things have some value in and of themselves. So that's commodity money. So now representative money it's a type of money that derives its value because it can be exchanged in fixed proportion for a commodity. So this is like the gold standard. When the US was on the gold standard, we used pieces of paper. We used dollars, but you could go ahead and you could go into any Federal Reserve Bank and exchange them for gold in a fixed proportion. And that was a representative currency, that the currency gets its value because it can be exchanged in fixed proportion for a commodity. And now fiat money is what we have now. Its value is only given by government order. So this is now. And the reason it's called fiat money is that a fiat is a government order. So there's nothing at all that makes dollars valuable. What makes dollars valuable is that everyone else says that dollars are valuable, and the US government says that dollars are valuable. So with that, that's all that I really want to say with money right now, and I will see you in the next video.